I'd like to speak to you about yarrow, also known as woundwort. We're going to give a brief overview. First of all, yarrow is a perennial, which means it'll come back year after year. Yarrow also has medicinal qualities, which we will speak of some of those things today. You can use yarrow for tea, tinctures, and soaps. Yarrow is known as woundwort because it treats wounds and it stops bleeding. Yarrow is an antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and astringent. You can use yarrow internally as a tea or externally as a wash or a poultice. Interesting thing about yarrow is that it is an amphoteric, which means that it'll go to the body where it is needed. Yarrow provides relief of infection, colds, flus, cramps, allergies, rashes, burns, cuts, scrapes, bruises, and even sprains. And this is a short list. Yarrow has styptic properties, which means it is excellent for stopping bleeding both externally and internally. When you have a wound, and I spoke about this on another video with a lamb's ear, that because yarrow has antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, that it stops bleeding, and lamb's ear, where it is absorbent and has antiseptic qualities, you would take some of these and use these as bandages because they're absorbent and antiseptic, antibacterial qualities. When you use lamb's ear and yarrow together, it's an excellent combination. So you would take a couple of the leaves of lamb's ear, and on the wound you would take some of the leaves of the yarrow plant and use together. Is absolutely wonderful. Yarrow is good for splits in the fingers and in our heels of our feet. It's great for repelling mosquitoes. Yarrow has septic properties, which means it stops bleeding, antiseptic, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, fights infection, and also is an astringent. Yarrow is also good for nosebleeds. You would take a couple of these leaves and just tuck them up in your nose, and that'll stop the bleeding. Yarrow comes in different variety of colors. Yellow, white, or pink, and yarrow is good for colds and flus in a tincture. In a tincture, I'll make another video getting into more detail about tinctures, but you would take the flowers of the yarrow, and a tincture you would mix it with an alcohol extract. You could use vodka for an example. And once you have this tincture, the combination, you would let it marinate over time, so to speak. And if you have a cold or a flu, you would take like 10 drops, and it'll kill the bacteria. It's also great for urinary infections. And with this tincture also, you could put a couple of drops on your finger and wipe it around your nasal passageway. So this is the short list of the yarrow plant, and keep researching. And I hope you have enjoyed this introduction to yarrow.